what the other people didn't have. This is why even though the Honorable Elijah Muhammad only went to the 3rd grade of school, he taught things in the 30s, 40s, and 50s that some people, black and white, thought he was crazy. But now today, in 2013, you can go using modern technology and Google some of the things that the Honorable Elijah Muhammad taught about, like the moon and the earth being together. What you call, quote unquote, spaceships flying around. White folks coming from black people. The ability that the atom could be cracked into 10 million parts. When white folk were saying that the atom was the smallest particle of matter. That the black man is God. Right? Here's the man. This stuff about pork and the trichina worm that's in the pork and what that trichina worm do to you over a period of time. See, black folk were saying, oh, Elijah, he kind of strange. But today in 2013, that you could go on the internet and find out most of what the Honorable Elijah Muhammad taught about that black folk were saying it was crazy and that was spooking white folk up. Most of that you can go on the internet and find it. And as we go on throughout the year, there are two workshops I would like the laborers to sponsor for the believers in the general community if they want to come on defending Farrakhan and defending what we believe. And we'll bring the evidence to bag up everything that the Honorable Elijah Muhammad taught that black folks marked him about in the 30s, 40s, and 50s, and even 60s and 70s. We'll bring the evidence. And we will present the evidence to you and to the public that everything this man taught was right. And now the scientists and the scholars, white folk that we look up to, you know how it is, we have to look up to white folk with big titles like doctor and this, we look up to them. But they are studying what the Honorable Elijah Muhammad taught. You look at the actual facts, there wasn't no encyclopedia back in the 30s. It wasn't no farmer's almanac. But they have moved and moved and moved their numbers right there where Honorable Elijah Muhammad numbers is. He was talking about the speed of thought. 24 billion miles per second. Right? He was talking about how women, what they think while they pregnant becomes the part of the child. Now the science is proving it. I'm studying something right now called pre and postnatal development in college. And in that, they proven the teaching of Elijah Muhammad about everything he taught about what happens to the child in the womb from what the mother thinks and what the mother goes through. White folks proved it. They weren't proving it before he said it. But now they're proving it. So he was being taught and trained up into this knowledge. Not so he could get in and say, oh, man, I know something. And impress folk. No, he was being trained into this knowledge, this supreme wisdom, so that he could do what? Resurrect the dead. So that he can go among the people and reproduce himself in the people. Right? And so with a 3rd grade education, he taught Jeremiah Shabazz. Right? He taught Muhammad Ali. Muhammad Ali was just an old Negro fighter. But after he sat down and was taught by the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, he emerged on the scene, what? As the greatest fighter in the world, the greatest fighter of all time. When he went to Africa, they honored him because what? He had a Muslim name. Right? He fought the United States government because he said, I'm a Muslim. And I don't go nowhere killing no innocent people for nobody. So they stripped him of his title. But he came back and got his title. He went against the government as a black man. When Negroes would be scared and shaking and trembling and but Elijah Muhammad put his spirit into his students. Some of them went crazy and got fearful again after they left him. But anybody that came and was under the Honorable Elijah Muhammad as a minister of his or under his leadership and close to him had his spirit, and they were not scared. They made things happen. Taught Imam Wazuddin Muhammad, our brother who is deceased now, but he was a great, Imam Muhammad became a great scholar of Islam. Knew the Arabic, and many of the scholars in the world respected him because of his scholarship. But his scholarship started with the base of the teachings of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. Right? Then we have who? That starters in our midst right now. That champion who is able to knock Satan out in the first round. Satan don't even want to get in the ring with him. He's calling the Jews out. And they scared to get in the ring. And they're some of the wisest people in the world. But they don't want to get in the ring with one who's been taught by one that was taught directly by God. No, they don't want to get in the ring with one like that. Because I'm sure that the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan will knock any of these neophytes out in the first round. So they don't even want to get in the ring. They throw a rock, duck and dodge, and hide their hand and squirm, but they don't want no public debate. And people may call me earlier, but I'm just as bold as my leader, my teacher, and my guide. Don't any of them in this city, black or white, Jew or Gentile, Protestant or Catholic, debate me on the teaching of Elijah Muhammad or anything that we believe or we stand on. They get on Facebook and throw a rock and hide their hand, but they won't come for no showdown. No, they won't come for no showdown. They throw the rock and hide their hand to deceive those who are ignorant, who don't know no better. But when they come to face with the followers, with the students of the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan who are studying day and night, they don't want to do that. They don't want to do that. Because I guarantee you that we'll shut them down. The Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan said that the Honorable Elijah Muhammad had given us an invincible truth. He sat back, smiled. And I'm looking at this man with his radiant confidence. That he has complete confidence in everything that the Honorable Elijah Muhammad taught him, and that's what makes him so successful. He has 100% complete confidence. I have been around all different type of people, people with big titles, people with little titles. And I'm saying the minister shows confidence in what he is teaching and what he's standing on like nobody else I've been in front of. Completely confident in what he's teaching the people. Honorable Elijah Muhammad was with him for 3 years and 4 months. Master Farad Muhammad went to jail one time. He sent for the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. He had the power to get himself out. He submitted himself to the enemy for a particular purpose. Why? He submitted himself to the enemy to show the Honorable Elijah Muhammad what he would have to go through to redeem the people. Right? It's 3 years and 4 months he teaching this man day and night. He gave him 104 books to study before he left.